All right, quick video here today on how to find your most um, visited pages on your website so that you can then optimize them for conversion. And so you want to set up your website with Google Analytics. I'll assume at this point that you have your setup with Google Analytics. Then what you want to do is choose that website property. You can see here I have Ballen Vegas and all website data. And then in the left-hand column here, scroll down to behavior. This will be closed when you're first looking at it. Go down to behavior and then choose all pages. And by default, your pages are going to be set by highest visits to lowest visits. Now, if you look up here in the right-hand corner, there's a date set for you automatically, so you can look at your content, which one's performing the most for the month, or you can change this and say the last 30 days, or you can say whatever date you want. So let's say I'm going to go all the way back to last year even and say what was my top performing content for last year, and I can go ahead and apply it. And then what I'll be able to do is look here by page views, and I can see, okay, my how to bury a St. Joseph statue was #1. And then I can click on this little box here and it'll open the page and it'll show me what that page is and what it has on there. And then I can go in and optimize it and say, is it performing well? Is it generating leads? Is it supposed to generate leads, or is it supposed to generate clicks to another page? What do I want this page to do? Okay. And then I'm able to go put those in a heat map and see how people like the page. Where do they scroll? Where do they click? And then once you get down to a certain point here, just change this to change rows, and you can show all the way up to 5,000 rows at a time. And you can also export this data. So if you want to look at it on a spreadsheet or be able to monitor it, you can also look at how your pages are performing time over time and compare their growth percentages. Here, if I wanted to, when I go up to change the date, I can click compare to the previous period and click apply. Then once this updates, it's going to look a little confusing at first because there will be a lot more data on the page. Once it updates, we're actually able to see percentage of growth or percentage of decline in traffic to a particular page, which then tells us, well, we're either not driving pay-per-click to it anymore, or we're not buzzing about it on social media, it's not getting shared, or it's possible that it's lost rankings potentially on the search engines. All right, this may not update because I made the mistake of grabbing 5,000 rows first. You really want to do your comparison time over time when you have smaller things showing on the pages. So, well, I'm not going to worry about seeing that play all the way. Oh, there it goes. All right, well, perfect. Okay, so here's a great example. So how to bury the St. Joseph statue from January 2017 to January 2018, it shows the total number of page views. And then December 12th to 2016, so it's the year prior, it shows its number of page views, and then it shows its percentage of incline or decline. And if your content isn't that old, it'll get confusing. So what you'll want to do instead is change your time frame. So if you know that page was not up there in 2015, this data won't mean anything to you. You're actually going to want to change it then from like compare 30 days over 30 days, or a quarter over a quarter, or something along those lines. And most of my website here is new and wasn't, those pages weren't there at that time. But this gives you at least a little example of how that'll work. It'll show you the difference in the unique page views, the average time on site, how many times people entered on that page, the bounce rate for that page, and so on. So that is all you need to know today about how to gather which pages are earning the highest amount of traffic on your website, so that you can go in and start optimizing those in order by highest to lowest, and get more leads that way.